What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy StereoRifles tuning in on the microphone. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, smack that like button down below and subscribe. Sorry, it's been about 3 or 4 days since I uploaded. As you know, the content is kind of dry and I just needed a break anyway, but 6 more days and we finally get modern campfare, modern warfare. No, I'm just kidding, but I'll tell you one thing, I'm not going to be playing 6v6 this year. It's probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to stick to ground war, 10v10, 20v20, whatever they decide to release to us to entice us to get onto the game. We shall see. But anyways, guys, let's get into it, man. I figured, just for the hell of it, I want to drop like a little tips and tricks video just for some of the things I've kind of picked up this year and some things I've known for a little while. Most of it's going to be pertinent to Modern Warfare. A few things maybe not, but I just thought it'd be fun for a little rant, just something different on the channel. It's not something, I'm really known for, but what the hell, what the fuck, let's get into it, man. First off, man, this is a common problem in the first-person shooter genre, I think, and that is reloaditis. I see so many guys pop off like 5 shots and still reload their gun. Again, if you're in cover, you're in the right position, obviously reload your gun, but I found myself even getting down to, I'd say even 15 bullets before I reload. I mean, you got to be confident in yourself, obviously, but 15 shots is enough bullets to take out an enemy, even with 150 health. Granted, there is some exceptions to the rule, like maybe the Spitfire. 15 rounds with a Spitfire, as an example, I might reload that. But for the most part, most of the ARs, a few of the SMGs, especially like the GKS, you could definitely get away, with doing that. But definitely a common problem, and it's an easy fix to win you a lot of gunfights. I don't know how many times I've watched people play just to see them, take out a dude, go to reload, and get killed by the second guy or the third guy. Because as you know, in Black Ops 4, people are running in packs, exploiting that 150 health. And I definitely noticed this carry over to Modern Warfare in the beta. So it's definitely something to look out for this year. It's still a reoccurring thing. I think it's just a habitual tactic that people are carrying over from Black Ops 4. So definitely don't shoot an enemy and reload. Going off that 150 health cheese, like I said, people are definitely carrying this tactic over to Modern Warfare, running in packs of 2, 3, and 4. Yes, it's fucking annoying. And I've got my share of double and triple kills this year, but it's definitely a tougher task to complete. But nonetheless, obviously we're back to a more normal time to kill, but people, I still see them running around in packs like a bunch of douchebags. And one thing I've picked up this year, kind of recently, you get frustrated doing the same thing over and over. You go for that double, triple spray, or you're fighting a guy and here comes 3 of his boyfriends. What I like to do is literally I'll go in, I'll get my pick, I'll take that one guy out, and before the other teammates can react, I'll dip out and either, reload or re-heal, because he might have, tagged you with a round or 2, and then I'll either, it depends on where you are on the map too, but if you're next to a head glitch, obviously, what I'll do is dip out, after I got the kill, come back, maybe get another pick, or just dip out altogether and flank around the enemy. I know it sounds stupid, it sounds simple, but believe me, it works. I do it all the time, and most of the time, it's very successful. Next on the list is going to be the mechanics of the game, man. This is going to be relevant in Modern Warfare. There's still a slide. Obviously, you can still jump shot. Even though I think drop shotting is going to be a little more popular this year, we shall see. But the slide and jump mechanics in Call of Duty are key. If you're like me, you tend to shoot low at times. What I'll do is I'll jump shot to correct that. I don't know how. I'll tell you what, I've gotten headshot challenges done so fast just by jump shotting, because I might be shooting at the guy's stomach, his chest, and you go to land them final bullet or 2 bullets, just to finish them off. I could do that with a jump shot. Not only, obviously, it throws them off target, but it'll literally bring you up to a headshot. I do it all the time. Try it. It works. Now, the slide mechanic, to me, the jump shot's good, but the slide mechanic is mucho importante. Very important, man. And reason why is, one thing I've noticed, especially playing against guys running in packs, is evasion. Evading your enemy. I do it all the time. I might get, drop a couple bullets on a guy and notice, there's a second and third guy, or he's on a powerful head glitch, or, you're playing on Newtown, he's up in the, on the second floor. What I'll do, you make your attempt if you know you're going to lose that gunfight, I'll literally just dip out, you know, or especially if I got hit, as I'm sliding back into cover, I'll heal at the same time. 180, get back into the fight, try again. Or, obviously, slide and go, you know, flank left, flank right. But sliding has been so good to me this year, man. I do run an Xbox Elite controller and the Scuff controller, so I guess you'd probably have to mess with your button layout if you're on a traditional gaming controller. But if you watch a lot of good COD players, it's not... I want to say, you know, people talk about how good, you know, your aim's got to be, and map awareness, spawn awareness, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, evading a gunfight is just as important as winning one. I don't know how many times I've put up better scores or, you know, won more gunfights by evading a bad situations. You know, there's sometimes, I remember when I was a younger COD player, and I guess your pride kind of gets in the way. You know, you just want to spray and pray on the guy, like, I'm not giving up, I'm gonna get him, you know, and another teammate comes up behind him, or again, he's just in a better position than you, he's out positioning you, excuse me. You know, and one thing I've learned, like I said, is to just back out of it and either flank or just go kill another enemy. There's always another gunfight, but believe me, try this tactic, it works. The next thing I want to talk about is just another little habitual thing that I see players do. Like, let's say, you know, you get a little splash damage from a grenade and it takes you down to like 145 health, or, you know, you attempt a gunfight. You know the guy's really close, and again, he knocks you down to like 130, 135 health. And I see guys healing. So you might be able to get away with this with stim shot, but for a lot of guys that don't use it, it definitely gets you in trouble. I see it all the time. It's actually something I've gotten into kind of recently, the habit of not overhealing. It's kind of similar to the reloaditis kind of thing. But, you know, let's say I'm in the middle of a gunfight with a guy again. It's kind of close quarters, you know. You tag him a little bit. You know he healed, you know, for the most part. He probably healed. He's coming back at you to retaliate. What I'll do is back out. I won't heal. If I'm like 135 plus health, you think about it, that's only maybe a 1 bullet difference in your gunfight. I mean, yes, it obviously lowers your odds of winning, but chances are you can come back into the gunfight, finish him off, and chances are there's probably a teammate with him. Like I've said earlier, everybody's running in packs. So you take out that one dude, then you back out, because your health's probably pretty low at this point. Heal up, and then keep going. I've done this quite a few times. It's a very effective technique. You know, in previous Call of Duties, we never had a health bar. You know, we never saw what our health was at, so you kind of just had to feel it out. But in the grand scheme of things, 135 health is damn near 100%. So it's just, again, another little habit. I know in Modern Warfare, you know, we're not dealing with that this year, but there is a stim shot. So if you're going to run the stim shot, that's just maybe a little tip for that. But moving on to the next one. The next thing on my list, this is something I've been doing since Advanced Warfare. I actually have some clips on my Xbox. I thought about putting them on here, but I didn't. It is the 180 slide. It's kind of a situational tool, and I'd say you have to have your look sensitivity on a 6 or a 7 or higher. But it's something I've used. It not only looks cool, but it's definitely got me out of trouble, man. That's literally, you're running away from an enemy or you start getting shot in the back. I'll go into a hard slide, 180 on the guy, and take his ass out, turn on him. Like I said, you have to have your look sense up a little bit. And it's, you know, it doesn't always work, obviously. If they got a gun with a really fast time to kill, you know, and he's close up with an SMG or something, it may not work. But one thing, it definitely throws your enemy off when you do that. They are not expecting you to go into a power slide and 180 on them. So it kind of sometimes throws their aim off, you know. But definitely give it a try in Modern Warfare. It'll still be relevant. And the final tip I've got for you guys to prepare you for Modern Warfare, and also, don't even go up in the comments section, but Eric, you're only a 1.5 KD player. Who are you to give advice? That's like trying to say, man, you know, a basketball coach can't coach his team because his players can outplay him on the court. Like, no. I mean, shit, my wife, you know, has a bowling coach that coaches pro bowlers, professional bowlers, and I guarantee every bowler he coaches can outbowl. Just because you're not, you know, a perfect COD player doesn't mean you can't give out a little bit of advice, a little bit of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? If I got something in my mind I think could be a good tip for y'all that, you know, some things you might overlook. It's little shit, you know, it might be something subtle, but I want to help you out. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought I'd make a good rant for the, for the channel. But anyway, let's finish this out, man. My last tip is gonna be, if you're in a gunfight, you're at kind of a disadvantage. Like, I was live streaming last night. I kept getting into gunfights with this guy with a thermal titan on a head glitch. You know the cheese. You know the bullshit. He was running body armor, like all that nonsense. But what I'll do is you kind of keep baiting the guy. You might pop a couple rounds off, and you just let him keep spraying and praying. You know he's going to do it. And you keep doing that until basically you have to estimate when he's about to run out of ammunition. And then you pop back up when he has maybe 5-10 rounds, hopefully less, in the magazine. As soon as you pop up, he's going to reload, and then you just melt that motherfucker. You know what I mean? You just jump up on him, point blank him, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Definitely an effective way to outplay somebody. Again, just something a habit I've gotten into recently, and it'll definitely carry over into Modern Warfare. Just try it. Like I said, jump into cover, listen to the gunfire. Like, obviously you can't literally count every bullet because the gun's going too fast, but you can kind of, after a while, especially when you know the magazine counts of each weapon, it's going to get easier. But as soon as he's about to run out of ammunition, that's when you pop up and you'll outplay that motherfucker. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up, guys, man. Just some little tips and tricks from my fellas, from my subscribers, the homies. And thanks for coming by. Like I said, that's going to wrap it up. I'll just see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.